ended the brief call and turned my attention back to the battle. Now that was strange. A group of UF fighters had broken off from the main battle. Where were they headed? I strained to see the specks of light, far away at the other end of the solar system. I was loath to take my sensors off the main battle for something that was unlikely to matter, but I was curious. I flipped the sensors to this small group for a split second, then back immediately. In that time, I learned two things. First, they weren't ordinary fighters. They were a seeker squad, designed to detect stealthed ships. Second, they were headed towards the edge of the solar system, aimed almost directly at... Crap. Someone in the UF knew what was up. A carrier captain, probably, with enough authority to order seekers around, but not enough to order a full retreat. They'd seen the Cerulean suicide attacks and come to the same conclusion that I had. UF and Ceruleans both would fall after tonight. Unlike me, however, the UF didn't want the rest of the galaxy to know this. So these seekers would be coming to kill me and the other observers that I knew must be out here, even if I couldn't see them. It was a war crime, actually, but it was the only hope the UF had of surviving the year. The first step towards my own survival was to power down my ship. I overrode the safety warnings and got backup life support turned off as well. A good seeker ship would detect me from even the slightest hint of power flowing through my ship, so it all had to go. That left me about 5 minutes before I ran out of oxygen and the ship became uninhabitable. I dashed to the small cargo area, the battle at the center of the solar system already forgotten. I was pretty sure there was a combat suit somewhere in here, and the life support system on that had a chance to evade the Seeker's detection systems. A slim one, but it was better than leaving the ship powered up or my asphyxiating. There it was, at the very back of the hold. I pushed through the layers of accumulated junk to get at it. It occurred to me that I'd forgotten to set a timer to check the 5-minute time limit. Too late now. I struggled into the suit, hoping I had enough time left. It couldn't have been 5 minutes yet, right? I gave the suit its power-on command before even bothering to seal it. That would come next. Diagnostics flashed to life on my heads-up display, warning me of what I already knew. The suit wasn't sealed. No other issues, thankfully. I wasn't sure how long this suit had been sitting in my pile of junk. It might have worn out. The suit's computer started to automatically seal itself, but I overrode the command and sent it into low power mode, which shut down everything but life support. Every iota of power saved would increase my chances of evading detection, and I could seal the suit manually. Once I was in no immediate environmental danger, I returned to the helm. An explosion at the corner of my vision told me the Seekers had found one of my fellow observers. A comrade in duty, if not in allegiance, even though we'd probably never met. There was nothing else I could do until the Seekers left. Trying to flee the system would only draw the UF squad to me. I decided I might as well try to do my job, whatever that would be worth without sensors. With the naked eye, there isn't much you can see of a battle from 50 astronomical units away, no matter how big the battle is. I watched the explosions flash anyway. Was that a chain reaction? A downed dreadnought? On the left side of the battle, from my perspective. Which meant it was a Cerulean dreadnought, or a UF one that was horribly out of position. I had no real way to tell which. It could have even been a compact engagement between fighters. My whole ship shuddered under an impact, presumably from the Seeker ships. You've got to be kidding. Are they toying with me or just out of ammunition? A high-priority, short-range distress signal forced its way through the overrides I'd laid on my suit. Grudgingly, I opened the message. You almost had us, you sneaky weasel. Guess it's not your lucky day, though, is it? Evil emoji. I sighed. The Seekers weren't messing with me, and they probably weren't out of ammo either. No, it seemed that they'd found me from the sheer dumb luck of crashing into me. A moment later, my ship exploded. Game over. Create new character? Yes or no? The words flashed across my screen in the usual orange and green of the PlanetCrash logo. It wasn't the first time I'd seen them, and it certainly wouldn't be the last. I wasn't too upset, honestly. My character on this PlanetCrash server hadn't been a